Hi, everybody. I had to hop on here because I'm just really mad right now. And when I'm mad, usually there's a good video that's sitting right there at the surface ready to come out. So here's the video of the day. PSSD. Okay, I have so much to say about this, and it's been bothering me for quite a long time. There's a bigger video here about what does is this injury permanent? I want to make a whole video about that. It's coming very soon, like in the next week. I just haven't gotten to the outline yet. I have a lot to say about that too. No, it's not permanent for most. Let's put it that way. Um, but I love the PSSD community. You guys have done more for social media awareness than anyone. Okay, you've made it to Dr. Drew. I'm giving you credit where it's due. However, a few months ago, I got this message from somebody in that PSSD community, and I can't remember if it was a tweet or if it was a direct message. I think it was a direct message. And they said something like, here it is. Um, no, maybe that wasn't it. Anyway, the gist of the message was, look, if we don't say that it's permanent, we won't get the attention of medical research. Okay, so I hear what you're saying. Um, and there has been cases where PSSD was permanent. If you don't know what PSSD is, it's post SSRI sexual dysfunction. First of all, I think the name itself is wrong because it's not post. People are getting this from one pill. People are getting this from, 6 months of Zoloft or whatever. I had it on the drug and I had it off the drug. So it's not always post. It can happen on. I guess you could say post since you've been exposed to it. I don't know. But the way that the medical community views it, I think, is like it's a withdrawal effect. It's not just when you're on it or when you've just taken it or something. Okay. So here's the thing. The community of people that have PSSD are extremely vulnerable. They're terrified. Like when your sexuality is taken from you as a human being, that can dip you into suicide. You know, how could it not? Because you're like, why doesn't this thing work? I'm a human being. I need that pleasure center. Okay. Now, let me preface this by saying I had this for 16 years. Okay. I had it on the drug, I had it off the drug. It was like the least of my worries, to be honest. When you have akathisia on top of things, you're like burning in my kneecaps. Like, who cares? PSSD, who cares? Anhedonia, who cares? Like, I feel like I'm burning alive. You know what I'm saying? So when I was off the drug, it wasn't that much of a concern. I couldn't have had a sexual relationship anyway. It was like way lower on my priority. Okay. That's my story. For others, that could have been the top of their priority. I don't know. Everybody views their sexuality differently. Okay. When I was on it, when I was on the meds, it literally stole like any ability for me to even know that it was missing. Like it was gone. And I would notice it from time to time, like, why am I not attracted to people of the opposite sex? Or why am I not wanting to date? Or why don't I feel sexy? Like that would occur to me maybe once a year. Like that's how little I thought about it. Okay. And I just thought I'm mentally ill and I will never be in a relationship again. And my providers told me as much. So I like kind of gave up on the whole thing. And it wasn't like I couldn't even think about it. Like it's like I was so injured and medically, what's the word, like spellbound that I just thought I'm mentally ill. And I don't even know. It was like it didn't even exist. Okay. So I've said that in other videos where it felt like somebody took an ice cream scooper and they scooped out that part of my brain and threw it away that was in charge of sexuality or femininity or wanting or craving or any kind of pleasure at all. So I'm really glad I was not exposed to the PSSD community because some of them are so adamant. This is permanent. Stop telling people that they could heal from it. That would have driven me over the line. Okay. So my beef with the PSSD community is it's one thing to bring awareness. Okay. It's one thing to talk honestly about this, but it's dishonest to go around telling people it's permanent when you don't fucking know that. Okay. If I would have listened to you, I'd be dead right now. Okay. Um, and to say, because it sounds like that's their reasoning, is that we have to make it very serious. That's why we were saying it's permanent. That's dishonest. That's fraud, technically. It's not the reality, I would say, for many. I would even say probably most, because if you think about the curve, the bell curve, most of the people in the center of the bell curve are going to recover from it. There's outliers. There's people that recover from it very quickly, and there's people that recover from it very slowly, and there's small ends on either side. They don't get it, and these people could be permanent. Okay. Now, I know there's physical changes that happen with some people with PSSD. I have seen PGAD go away. I have seen PSSD go away. I've had it myself. I have many clients that don't have any kind of sexual anything for years, and then it comes back. Okay. It's almost like there's this chemical blanket on them, and then as the symptoms lift, slowly, 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 then the sexuality will emerge underneath that. Okay. So that's my point of view. You have yours, but I'm telling you right now, that community, many of them are harming people that are already harmed. And I have a problem with that. To keep telling people that you think you know their destiny is wrong. And it's just not honest. And if you're doing it because you want to be sensationalist and you want to like get attention, that's gross. That's like anything I've ever done successful was not because I was sensational. It was because I was realistic, I was real, and I was authentic about the situation. Okay. So you could do you. I don't agree with you at all. I don't. That's not my experience in my own body, and that's not what I've seen with people I work with. And for those people that are believing their condition is permanent, that is scary, and I'm sad that you were exposed to that. That's made you feel more despair. So for me, I'm sorry. That's not my experience. I don't want nothing to do with that line of thinking. And that's all I got to say.